Guys, good evening or good afternoon. Can someone hear me?
Good afternoon, boss.
Yeah, so we remove some person. If you see
Good
that you're no
afternoon.
more, you don't have access to join us, just know that I've removed you. I don't joke with my life trading. Some of people here, your name is not familiar to me. I'm gonna remove you automatically. I don't have I don't have any sympathy or for giving free service to people that paid it, and I don't do charity work. So that's me. So I'm just trying to let you. If you can leave freely, fine. If you cannot leave, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna remove you. You can't put your money on your broker, and he most likely somewhere in Dubai Tower or in London Tower with his girlfriend or his family and taking coffee. And I'm here with you, dragging his chat or his website together with you for free of charge. It can't work. I'm not that stupid. So if you know if you didn't pay for this, I'm gonna remove you. I'm telling you now. So guys, we are going live. Those of us that are trading, we are going live now. If you have a question, you can ask me on what we have been doing so far on oil is what we are gonna also continue. I'm sure you're making money. As I said before, if you didn't pay for this class, I'm removing you. I don't do something free. You can't put your money with your broker, and then me and you will be here dragging charts free of charge. While your broker is in Dubai Tower, because most brokers are actually in Dubai now. Some of them are in London headquarters, drinking coffee with their girlfriend. And then me and you is here dragging on Zoom, free of charge. I don't do it. If you know that you didn't pay me to learn my strategy, forget it. I'm gonna remove you, and I'm removing people now as soon as possible. So only in Nigeria will look for free thing. Okay, so I'm familiar with this name. I'm here now. I have no. Okay, I'm removing one person again. Chinedu. You said Chinedu. I'm so sorry. I'm removing you, Chinedu. So, did anyone have any question from what we have been doing so far? So let's start from there. We already know what we are here for.
Yes, sir. My question is that I want to know the meaning of SMA. What is
SMA.
the yes, sir. And
Is it not
another
moving average?
okay, moving average. Okay, sir. Another thing is that I want to know that means they say the inflation rate is high and low. When the inflation rate is high through the news or low, how do we benefit from it? Or how do we take advantage of the high rate or the low rate from the news?
Low inflation. If inflation rate is high, it's a poor, it will be a poor sign to the currency. So how you can take advantage of it is that you can now you can now uh, trade against that currency. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you can trade against that currency. That the inflation, let's say for an example, Nigerian inflation is high, and if you check very well, things some investors are working against it. Like they work against dollar, like they invest on anything uh, um, that will favor them in dollar, and they don't want to invest on something that favor them in naira. Do you understand? So low
Yes, sir.
inflation, low inflation is good uh, for for the economy. Okay, for the currency, low inflation is good for the currency because it's a sign that the economy is good, like the cost of goods are okay. So investors can spend more. So now, where there is a lower inflation, it can be good that it's a sign of booming economy, and that a currency will be strong. Like I always say that the strength of a currency is tied to the economy. Is that okay?
But
Sir, it's okay. I'm okay now, sir.
so I read somewhere that rising inflation usually leads to tighter monetary policy, which
Of
can
course,
support currency.
of course. So
And the same
how
thing happened in 2022 when the US raised their inflation to around 9% and Euro USD within the space of 2 months. Euro USD tanked, I think, around 700 pips. 700 pips. So it was the inflation they raised, though. It's not like they reduced it and it strengthened the United States currency. So, how does low inflation now makes the currency positive?
now now if inflation is high in Nigeria, for example, can you afford what you want to afford? Even those that are importing goods, as they're importing the goods, they're adding prices. Some of the imported goods, they cannot afford it. Now, any situation where that policy was changed to the opposite, that's kind of a critical economic analysis that they have made that warranted them to do that. So on a general note, low inflation is good for any economy, while high inflation is bad for that economy.
This the same thing you said, but the question is why? Okay, when the US increased the inflation around 9% as of 2022, why did Euro USD not shoot up? Instead, it went down. Like Euro USD was supposed to buy since the inflation was high.
Is now that's why I said that when we talk about currency trading, it has to do with individual nation. You may not know why they did that, obviously, and the reason why they did that is not because of euro. If you check US, you don't have. If you check US trade volume, we do the one they trade with eurozone and the one they trade with China or other currency or other this. China own may be higher than the one they trade on euro. So don't judge it based on euro USD. That's a particular reason. Like I told you, if you want to trade currency effectively, make sure you trade it strong and weak, not because of your euro USD is popular. So not every policy that the US will make on their currency that will definitely affect euro. No. Why? Because of there are one or two reasons why they are doing it. It could be because of wholesale trade volume that will make them to raise some certain rate to that high. For example, I will not really talk the major reason why they raise it, but you that have done that research, you could have been able to research and tell us now the major reason why they raise that inflation. Yes, we saw the economic impact was positive later, but why was the reason why they raised it? For example, now, Nigerian's economic system was changed by government policy. And government knew that it will cause some certain things, but they said it's for temporary, that the economy will rebound with time. And obviously, this decision will also end up in rebounding and stabilizing the economy if what they have analyzed work exactly as it is. But at the meantime, it has caused a temporary economic issues. So when I make my research, I try to know the reason. So assuming, I wish you can send us that link, or you can research again. So since you're a frequent attendee of this place, so you can tell us more what you saw, like more reason why that thing was raised. You get what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can appreciate that. So if you let's know the critical reason why that inflation was raised to that level and why it saved the economy. There must be a reason. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, so I'll do the research and get back to you in our next meeting.
This is specifically for oil and gas, class. And last night, this thing was like more supply on inventory report, but something came up. There's something that we saw this morning that made the price to go up. They say oil jump on a possible Israeli and Israeli attack on Iran. Yeah, so crisis in the Middle East can always fuel this thing to go up. But now we're gonna. So we're going to continue with what we did. We're already selling on oil, so our analysis have not changed. So we were expecting the inventory report to be out to see what's going to happen. But for me, I wish it to be oversupply to support the sale we're already doing. And if you check very well, the market is actually reacting and dropping seriously. If you check Brent, Brent have dropped this morning. After that shoot up, it has dropped from $64 per barrel to $63 per barrel. That's about 200 pips. Yeah, 64 to 62. And the WTI has also dropped from this price to this price. Yeah, it has dropped to 134 pips. Some of us this is the area we sold. I've not made profit on oil because of I didn't sell here. I sold somewhere here. And I'm also holding a sell. Let me share it with you because we're on live. I'm also holding a sell. So I didn't log out. I have to get a smaller account to share with you. I have to log out this account. Okay. Yeah. I'm holding a sell here. This is a live account. At this point, it's also part of the trade that we all had together. But I just want to show you. This is on Brent. I had a sell. I'm having a sell here, so it has not really gained much. Then these are the area I put my SL. This is another SL as well. But of course, my TP is always free. I told you. Now, let me give my own analysis very quick so that you can add your own as soon as you can. So now, if the inventory report come out to be oversupply, like more supply, I will sell more. But if it come out to be lesser supply, I most likely will not close my sell. Why? Because it may not push the market to a greater height. Yeah, but if you're not selling, you can buy. But if you buy, expect to leave as soon as this area. If you buy, expect to leave around maybe 68. Somewhere here is 68. Yeah, 68. Expect to leave around 68. Do you understand? But if it's for sale, because here this particular area is a support, it's a resistance zone. So it may break out strongly and it will not break out strongly. That's just the thing. So breakout is not really that strong. Then on gold, we are buying gold. So I closed some of our deal yesterday. We will see who's some position on gold. So gold have not really pumped. as we expected. So we don't know whether you're going to retrace, but let's see, even if you retrace, we still find another buying position. There's no selling analysis we have on gold for now. I don't know if you have any question. We have 10 minutes.
So when you say Brent, we'll hold it, we'll sell at we'll exit at 68. What about the WTI?
Hey, your voice ceased.
So what I said if we are going to if we buy Brent and we are exiting at 68, what about WTI?
Okay, this WTI. WTI USD is around 64. This is my own suggestion where you can exist around 64. That's around this price. But I expected some certain question to be like, why? Because from that why, you learn the reason. You know what I mean? So if you have a why question, just ask me why.
No, you've already answered previously. You said because of the resistance.
No, I think you said because of the supply. If the supply is low.
Yeah, the reason is this. I know that the market has strong bearish momentum generally. I'm not talking about the chart. The entire oil industry, oil sector, has a very bearish momentum. There's no strong demand for the product. So there are more, and there are high indication of more supply. Those things are the things you will use to make your investment decision. So that's why I said we should be careful placing buy on oil, especially if the price is not extremely low. Once the price go up a bit, we'll consider more of selling position on oil in this time around until there's a clear report, physical report, or not online, like physical report. Sorry, when I say online, I mean the chart, not on this MT4 chart or MT5. I'm like physical report from the oil sector. There is a strong demand, then we cannot consider buying oil. So that is the reason. Me personally, we don't have any hope of buying oil as such. Now, two things that will spark the price to go up is war. You know that Donald Trump is not a warlord or a war president. So he's even trying to stabilize the Middle East, which is one of the things that pushes the price of oil up, apart from demand issue. So if the escalation is not really that hard within his tenure and demand is low, let's say within this year anyway, because his tenure is 5 years, I think. So this year we will most likely keep having low oil price until there's something else is done. I'm not sure oil may go back to 73 or 75, but let's see, anything can happen in the market. Once it happens, we change our direction. Do you understand? So now, on technical chart, here is a strong support. Sorry, a strong resistance too. Okay, let me just say it's a resistance. It's not really strong, but it can be strong because it's a daily chart, but it's not extremely strong. So it takes, no matter what pattern we are seeing, support and resistance are always effective in the market. As market shoot up, it could not break this particular price, this 64. Now it has started dropping down. It could also be that now, if inventory report push the price up again, it will not cross this point, because anything support and resistance need a heavy force. You need extra volume of trade to break any support or resistance. That is just the natural law of investment. That price, investors will always be careful within those areas until something bigger come in and happen in the market, and this particular area, 64, will be broken. Then we can expect oil to get to 66 or 68. Have you guys not learned something that we try to focus on a particular direction for a long time? Have you noticed that?
Yes. I noticed it.
Mhm.
Why?
Yes,
Because
mostly to sell.
no, I mean, even if it's on forex or whatever, anything we analyze at a particular direction for a long time. I mean, we first start on it, but we don't speculate it buy on sell, go up, no. Because of that is not how to trade professionally. Trade professionally, you have to focus on one particular area. Now, what you have to do, try to find the area that is weak and the area that is strong. Focus on that strong side and leave the weaker one. Now, when it comes to forex have to be weak and strong. We try to identify the stronger economy on that pair and focus on that one and leave the weak one. Okay, you want to ask a question?
Yeah, I wanted to say, is there no possibility to do long time and short time simultaneously?
That is, but you have to be careful so that you won't end up becoming a speculator. If you speculate, you may speculate wrongly and it will cause you a problem. Because the secret of the business is in the statement and also in the nature of it. One, they say speculators don't gain. One, they say it clearly that speculators does not gain market. That means if you stop speculating, you will gain. Just opposite. It's as simple as that. So if you start speculating it on a short and long-term movement, you may also fall into the gap of people that does not gain. It's like when they said high leverage work against you. Just add the opposite, low leverage. It's as simple as that. When they say high risk can work against you, you add opposite, low risk. It's as simple as that. So if you add opposite of whatever thing that's a concern to the market, you start becoming successful trader. Now we have about 2 minutes to the time to see what's gonna happen. And I'm using Forest Factory. I don't know what you guys are using, but this is also the report on AIA, which is going to come out in within 130 seconds. When you check, you see that most of the time we are talking about it, it's also in line with the news. News is not really focusing strongly on oil. And the market is also not as volatile as we expect it. But you're going to cash out soon. Indian oil import from Russia. Okay.
Is it possible if the supply, if there is low supply and the market still have the possibility of still going down more than the way it is before it begin to go up?
Yeah. Inventory does not work 100%. It can work up to maybe 70 or 80%. No analysis work 100. So there may be some time there will be lesser supply. The market, instead of market going up, the market could come down. Many things can happen. It could be maybe the supply is not enough what they're expecting. It could also be that the price, it could be that the price, the supply, it is not a good price. For example, lesser supply at a higher price, most investors may not act on it, but it's still high. They may not want to invest.
So, but that the action might not take too long before it readjusts.
Yeah. It will not take too long. Now remember that investors are different from those who use the product. Investors could be like me and you on CFD. There are other bigger investors on derivative and futures which trade on exchange. So they don't care, but they are the one that decide the price for the users. Just 2 minutes. It's loading now. So let's see. Okay, there's an increase of 1.3 million increase. So it means that API also reported increase. You see that API and this one they correlate. So since we are holding a sell position, it means we shouldn't close it. So the market is most likely going to crash, drop down more. So you could place a sell. Please take note. So you could place a sell and put here okay, you already have a sell already. So we see maintain our stop loss above this area, above the resistance. Don't put it within the resistance. Make it above. Then and leave it more. You have chances of cashing out. Then we could also place maybe on Brent and also put it within that same time, the same area. Okay, this is Brent, right? Yeah, this is Brent. I was talking about WTI. You can also place it within that area. And the expected cash out level could be we could be cashing out. This is 63, 65. We could be cashing out.
Is this the news that just changed the market all of a sudden?
Yeah, it's the news. Yeah. So we could be cashing out between 63, like within this area, should be our cash out area, maybe 60. This is the WT, this is Brent. We should be cashing out around 64. Why on that is how many pips? Let's say 200 pips. We should cash out 200 pips. Why on WTI we should cash out around you should cash out around 60. Within this area, maybe 60 points, maybe 50, like anything within this area. So you should be expecting 400 pips together from it. I have to place a sell to this account. So please give me, okay, if you ask me a question, I want to log into some account and try together with you guys. So if you also want to place a trade, also place a trade instead of keep asking question too. Everyone is quiet. I hope you are fine.
We are fine. We are placing trades, sir.
Okay, perfect. It is sell. I have how many cells here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cells. My SL is 250 pips. That's my SL. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sir, please, what about analysis on UJ?
Where?
UJ, USD JPY. No, you asked us to buy yesterday.
Yeah, but it's still valid. Has it picked? Let me check it.
No, it has.
Where is it? Okay, here. No, it has not picked. So we analyze buying and put SL here. We say SL should be within this area, like of the market. So as long as it has not picked, you have to leave your market. I mean, as long as this market has not hit the SL and it has not also start going up, you shouldn't close their trade.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, just leave it. It can, even if it didn't pick this week, this market, I'm seeing it, it's definitely going to rise. Even from now to the next 10 days, it will rise.
Okay, sir. Okay.
My concern is some of us that may not have a good capital, but when you have a winning strategy, you can create an investment fund with your neighbor, family, and friends. And, you can even bring it to us. We could work it out and be helping you to grow them so that you can be able to be making profit since you know that you have something that works. It doesn't make sense seeing the opportunity that could change your life and you're still struggling with $200 account or $100 account. It's like, in fact, it's frustrating. Do you understand? So these things are investment opportunities. There are big investment opportunities that all of us have privilege to. Some of them don't have, and you should not even give it to them.
Okay.
Yeah. So
do you want to check to see other information that can be able to buttress what we have on file?
Yeah, the current information we use here is oil price. I used to use Bloomberg, but I've not subscribed to them for a long time. They disconnected me from their live thread because I have to pay for it almost every month, and then I stop using them. So the Bloomberg help us to give us instant information too. But now the only place I use now is oil price. How many of us know that Bloomberg has a trading chart?
I'm not aware. I don't know.
The Bloomberg trading platform is the most advanced platform that many people are using, more than MT4 and MT5. I mean, the major people on exchange that is Bloomberg they use, and it's $28,000 per month per year. So it gives quick information from exchange. People who trade on exchange and futures use Bloomberg. When I was at Lagos Commodity and Future Exchange, that was when we wanted to buy their platform to use it to trade. I don't know whether they finally bought it. Then it was $27,000 per year.
Wow.
I told you, exchange people don't use MT5 or MT4. MT4 is CFD. That's also why Money Pro firm and other fake brokers can use them because of the price you see them are not tied to any liquidity.
Okay.
But these ones, all these Bloomberg, they are exchange-based trading platform. So you can give up-to-date information. I think, you know that since they are a news economic company that carries on news, like market news more. I think some of their news people may even be present on all this exchange. You know what I mean? Like they may have like reporters on all these big exchange, like New York Stock Exchange, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, all the big exchange. They may have their newsmen present there that will be report some of these things automatically to them. So I use it more for information, but I've not been using it because I've not paid my subscription. So they have shut me off. So now there's no particular news coming up, but let's just see Indian oil import from Russia on track in 10 months. So they have not reported anyone that may counter it.
The Bloomberg you talk about, do they always feed with information on their research as regards research?
On research.
Yes, the Bloomberg you said you were using. It's just the platform that is for $28,000.
No. They give information on research directly. That's even what they disconnected me from, not the platform. I don't use that. Platform is for exchange. It's not for individuals.
Okay.
Yeah. So their live information is paid, and if they try to take money and they renew your subscription, you can't access it. Like if I open it for now, we can't see anything. It will just tell me my subscription has whatever. I should pay another one. So I use it more. Those people that have been with me for a long time, they know that that's what we use more than oil price. It gives us live information. But oil price is still helping. Oil price is helping. You can access it freely. Although oil price has exclusive one, which is about $2,500 per year. This oil price, they have exclusive one. It's about $2,500 per year. But if you want to pay for it, it's also advisable to pay for it.
Okay. So this the GFT, I observed something. When I was trying to withdraw, so they told me that they cannot pay into my local bank. So they asked me that I should. So is there no means for me to pay through for them to give me? Because there's a video I saw you posted on the Telegram group. I found that you made some withdrawal in dollars. But they were telling me that I needed to send my wallet address for them to pay me.
Is a Naira or local bank in Nigeria, it can be difficult for you to receive money into it. It's mostly USDT or crypto. One, because of for a company to pay into your Naira account in Naira, it means that company must be a Nigerian bank. It must be a Nigerian, must have probably either a local agent or somebody in Nigeria that facilitate that payment into that account. Yeah, a Nigerian bank cannot open an account with a company that's a company account that's with a company that is not in the country. So it can be difficult for you to receive money in the local currency abroad.
Okay.
Yeah, unless now that they are making improvement, very soon they will start local operation in Nigeria. I told you guys there's a company they are working with. So if they finalize it and will start operation based on SEC regulatory system, they may start issuing Naira deposit or Naira withdrawal. That company will be responsible to do that. Then depending on the product available, because what I'm getting now, even though they do that, it will be SEC regulated instrument that will be allowed, like maybe gold futures and spot. So the Nigerian SEC does not regulate online trading, even though they have signed it into law, but they don't have regulation for it. So they may not be able to also oversight the online one. They can only oversight the local spot and future available.
Okay.
So what I would do, Nigeria is third user of crypto. Get proper USDT and register with a local exchanger instantly. So if money comes to your account within 5 days, you have moved it to your bank. It's as simple as that. There are instant payment PSPs in Nigeria instantly, or within 10 minutes, money hitting your crypto wallet, it goes to your bank directly.
Okay. I think I'll have to do that.
Yeah. Just take your time and register with them. Me, I have a lot of them there. If money is hitting my crypto wallet, I'm moving it to my bank. Assuming I want it, or I'll just keep it on my wallet. Just register and verify and connect to all these things. It makes the transaction very much easy. The same way when I want to buy from them, I buy quickly and they move. I don't want to mention their name here because I'm on live and they're not paying me for promoting them, so I can't be mentioning their name.
Okay. Then secondly, on my dashboard, I'm seeing at what point will I start seeing on the gold holding on the equity? Gold value is 0.0 and the gold holding is 0. So at what point will I start seeing something on that, on my equity?
I think it's only when they hedge it. Probably they have not hedged it because of recently now. They are hedging mostly on account that's up to 5,000. I saw it on their website.
Okay.
Let me check. Yeah, that's something I saw before. Let me open it. I saw it on their website. GF Trade. Oh, let me open it. I want to open it before I share it, so that I will not share something that I'm not supposed to share.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it. Is it this? No, yeah. Look at where I saw it. Can you see my screen now?
No, it's loading.
Okay. So why is loading? I told you before, we have closed some of our position on gold, but we are still checking for more because we have gained up to 300 pips on gold this week. So, but we are still holding for more. So remember, if you don't have a plan, you just be trading like randomly without any particular plan. And there's no amount of money that you make that will be enough. You still want to make more. So it's a nature for human beings. So not having a plan will just make you to be trading for nothing. So you won't even know when you make profit, and you won't know when you take it back to the market, which will lead you to over trading because there's no plan. Is it open now?
Yes.
So are you seeing what I'm circling?
Innovative GFT gold.
So you see that they mentioned something here. I'm not sure, but this may be one of the reasons.
Okay.
They said a portfolio starting from 5,000 and above, so up to 50% hedging, while the remaining one may be actively managed through regulated derivative to generate consistent alpha.
Okay. Okay, no problems.
Of his money is currently on gold hedging, and sometimes it can take them a while for them to initiate the hedging anyway. Big. Okay, it's loading. It's not coming up. Question: why is loading?
Sir, please, how do you get this weekly update on oil?
Like weekly news.
Yes, on this oil particularly.
Uh-huh.
And how do you get the updates?
I use we get from random people. One, we get researchers.
Okay.
Yeah. So we get researchers. We have a research institute that that work with us. You know that I'm not just an individual trader.
Okay.
So I trade for companies. So now there are research analysts that does research on oil. So we follow them. Like I remember the person I was working with in Nigeria. His name was is Sonny Agoma. That was 2016, 2015. He was a member of Middle East Energy Club, and he's also a research analyst on energy, and also a consultant to National Assembly. Then he was our top researcher in Nigeria that researched for us on oil. So now we have like a researcher that give information about what is happening internally within the sector. The same way we have on gold now, that research on gold. Then I do also do my own personal reading and other stuff and try to get information from them. Like for example, now I told you about Bloomberg, oilpride.com, and other information of what is happening. But the major one we get is from researchers.
Okay.
And that is if you work with the researchers, they're not expensive. One guy in Nigeria, we pay him 50,000 because that's what he studied in school. So he's very good in research.
Okay.
Yeah. Every month, and he give information that give him 10 million, 15 million. Yeah. He do after researching, they will tell you what to do because they come out with facts and telling you this sector, this sector, this sector, this sector. Because I used to tell you guys, any investment company work with that, they always work with more of researchers. They research, then they analyze before they invest.
Okay.
So we still have our time. We have 11 minutes of our time. We're supposed to spend 1 hour here. So you can still make use of your time. If you want to ask more questions, you can ask me. I'm trying to bring up something.
Sorry, Mr. Uche. This sell position that we got in right now, do you know when is best time to exit?
No, I said 200 pips. I've already marked the area before. We live at 200 pips.
You are very sure of that.
Brent, I will not say 100% sure, but I've already done my analysis. So that's the average price movement. If you live at 50 pips, it does not really make sense. You need to make sure you live at a comfortable movement on oil. Let me show you. In a day, you move about 200 pips in a day. It's just there. It's average. For almost like 10 years, and that's average in a day.
That's up and down.
Yeah, whether it's going up or down. I mean something like this. You see this point? Are you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes.
You see this point? It goes average 200 a day.
Okay.
Yeah. So from your observation, you could know, okay, so this is average. Now that's why if you speculate, if you go 50 or 80, you close it and think that is reversing and enter the opposite. You may run into trouble. An average movement is about now look at it. You see burning light. You say it has gone 2.30, which is 230 pips. You see on percentage, it has gone 2.84% change. You see Maros US or US, which is percentage 1.45% in change. Do you understand now? Then you see natural gas has gone 0.45, so it is still loading because 0.045 probably. Now, some of these things now is what makes you advance. Taking notice of some minor notice, beginners will not notice. Do you understand?
Yes.
But I mean, the same thing you're trading, the same thing they are trading, but you have a different result because some minor things they don't observe, you observe them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what makes you an advanced person. You observe some critical things that they even overlook. Think that you pay for training. The first thing you're already trying to look for how to open an account. You want to trade the first day. So beginner will come into the platform. They don't want to understand anything. They already what they have conceived as it is what they want to do. Maybe they have been on one particular somebody's cashing out. I'm hearing sound. Boy. So they may be on one particular maybe Telegram channel, where they keep sending them buy here, say here, buy here, say here. After the person sending them will send his picture of himself in a nice restaurant, eating nice food with his girlfriend, or he send a picture of himself traveling on an airplane, or send a picture of himself with maybe nice car. And then later he send buy here, say here, buy here, say here. That beginner has conceived an idea. Okay, this is as easy as I think. Okay, let me just come in. As he's coming in, that's what he's expecting. Then until the chop him, he tried, it didn't work. He tried, it didn't work. Then his eye began to clear small. Before he has already been hypnotized from what he's seeing. He thinks that it's like that. From there, it's like a religion or a cult. But now, the more you become advanced, the more you become less emotional to all this. You begin to pay attention to some critical things. Now I discovered that, what I'm supposed to pay attention shouldn't be that restaurant food or the flight or all this multiple entry. Because he maintained that, why are we not entering as I used to see them, they used to enter plenty trade. But those plenty trade will cause you losses. So being conservative will make you more profitable. Then after a while, you may not begin to choose between being a profitable trader or to just being a trader that is going up and down in the market.
Okay.
Sir, I noticed most of those
I don't know if
people,
any of you have a vision what you want to be. Okay.
yes, sir. I noticed most of those people that say buy here, sell here, they are brokers on other FS. It's later I know as I join your trading school, that is when I understand they are brokers.
But don't mention their name because this is live. So it will look as if you are talking down on them. How it works is this. They may not be the broker doing it, but they work with people doing it. They also exactly like brokers, like doing it too, some of them. Now, they work with educators and IBs. Do you understand?
Okay, sir.
And
Okay.
that by here, say here, is to control you, control your emotion, control what you do with your money on their platform. So now, the more you buy, the more they gain, and the more you have the chance of losing.
Okay. And
Yeah.
sir, for your first deposit, they might give you up to 50% credit bonus.
Yes.
So I don't know how they get.
Now, that is to tell you that your money is already in their bank account. For that pay in Naira, it's already settled in UBA Bank or GT Bank or any bank there. And that may be part of the thing that they will use to pay their staff salary, even that week. In fact, you may even see their manager leaving the office. You don't know that part of the money have been used to pay for Uber. Do you know why? Any account giving you bonus is not on liquidity. Especially when that bonus is up to 50%, it's not on liquidity. So it means that the broker is one responsible for the profit and loss of that fund. Do you understand? Now,
Yes, sir.
it means that when you make profit, the broker will pay you. And then when you lose to him. And they give you that bonus to attract you more. And create impression in your mind that, okay, I will boost my account and trade with more volume. Yes, but you don't know that more volume will cause you more losses. But you make impression that more volume can make him cash out big. Is it a narrative? That's why I say appearance is not reality. So if you play opposite of whatever thing they're telling you, you become successful. And they call you a bad guy. You know, you pay for it. That's why I'm telling you all these things. So you know that me too, I'm a broker. I'm trying to tell you, but I will tell you everything because that's what you paid for.
But sir, don't you think it is hard to make money generally in illiquid markets that have assets like forex, stocks, crypto, and the ETFs, mutual fund, and the rest? Because you're not the one in charge of price control. Don't you think it is hard to make money in illiquid markets in general?
The forex market is not a liquid market. It's liquid. It's not illiquid. Mutual fund is
Yeah,
not
liquid, where you don't control the price, and the price is
no.
mostly controlled by fundamentals, institutions, and macroeconomics.
And that's even why it's easier for you to make money because nobody can control it. So the two things here you need to do. Let me on my camera and show you my hand sign. See, you need to do research, analyze, then you invest. You see these three things is what could make you, since they don't control it, and when you have done your research, the broker may not even have noticed that research. Where you're researching, he may not know why you choose that particular asset class. He may even overlook it, thinking that that boy don't know what he's doing. So only for them to see that the market has moved in that direction and you're making a lot of money. It is when they see that you are now bringing more volume, they now start changing things, changing spread, charging you more because they didn't expect that something is there. Until they ask you, you not tell them, maybe they have done research, discovered the reason why you go into that investment. And so you have to do research, analyze it, then you invest. And it's easier to make money on that level because nobody can control it.
Okay, sir.
For example, when we started the oil and gas trading, forex was still everywhere. When we talk about oil, people say, which one be oil? They don't come again. Some people even will be traders say, how can forex be oil? Did they trade forex for oil? They don't come again. Somebody said that on comment section one day. That was around 2015, 2014 then. Because it think that it's only currency. It was a research that we did, that discovered. Then we now began to research what moved the oil price. That's when we discover inventory. We didn't learn that one from seminars. That was when we discovered inventory. That was almost 15 years ago. When I said, okay, so when we started making trade on oil, when I see that those things we're discovering on oil is working, we now have to gather meeting with few of my friends. There's something we have discovered. Oh, this is this and that. Then when I started studying more about OPEC, do you understand? Now you got to discover more. Then it started making trade. We made a lot of trade on those days that the broker started closing our account. Before, they don't close our account at all. Like when I say account is that they don't close our trade. The trade will run steady from month to month, nothing like ending contract. After a while, they started closing our contract. We asked them why. They said because they have to renew the contract. When I began to understand how it works. Before, because they don't used to have execution on that area more. We now started making execution on big volume because we are now making more money than we are making in forest. Do you understand? I'm making more money, then they started paying attention to it. So once you do a research properly, you can beat any market. All right, I'm sure we're all cashing out because the market is dropping. So we're expecting it to drop further to this amount, to this price. This is a WTI, maybe to 60 or 60.50 within this area. Yeah, not today. It can take from now to Friday. That's why keep it open. Market can easily fall and to rise. Then on Brent, we're expecting a more further drop. Yeah, below around 63. On WTI around 63, this area. 63, that's 200 pips. From 65 to 63, it's about 200 pips. So which will give us about 400 pips in 400 pips in total. So those of us that have scale up, that have a when I say scale up, is that you have a good account. So if you're using $20 to trade them, that is $20, which is 2 lot. So it will be like it will give us $20 times 400, and which is very easy. We give like that will be $8,000. So we're gonna make $8,000 from in a couple of using $20 lot.
That
So
$20 lot, how many units?
Sorry?
Sorry, how many units that $20 and 2 lot? Sorry, that 2 lot is how many units?
Which is that is 2 units now, which give you $20. So $20 is 2 units. Some broker call it units, some people call it volume, some people call it lot.
Yeah, two units in two lots in volume in units. How many?
It's $20. So 1 unit is $10. That's 1 standard unit is $10. So 2 standard units is $20. Unless if you're talking about micro unit. So micro unit which is 0.01 or 0.1. So micro unit 0.1 instead of 1 will now give you $1. 0.2 instead of 2 will now give you $2. The standard unit, 1 unit, which is 1 lot or 1 volume, is $10. 2 unit, which is $2 or 2 lot or 2 volume or 2 unit or whatever, it will give you $20. Then, so it means each movement give you $20 per movement. And since we're expecting 400 pips, $20 times 400 will give us $8,000 profit. Then on our losses, on our stop loss is around here. So if you calculate our stop loss, it will also give you similar thing. I think we entered from here. We entered around 65. From this point to this point, like about 125 pips. So we now say 20 times 125. We now say the same thing. That's $20. That's $20 times 125. So somebody help me get the figure. We may know which will be maybe around
20 times 125.
Yeah, it will give us about 1,000 something dollars loss.
That is in 2005.
Okay, 2005. So it will give us minus 2,500. So let me put it on red or yellow, like a sign of loss. So now, assuming it didn't work out, so this is most likely going to be like the negative we'll get, in case, assuming the trade close at loss. But this is what we're expecting to get as profit. Now, what we have to do is to make sure that we have chances of gaining than chances of losing. Then we become profitable.
So, sir, approximately how much are you going to put to get this $20?
Oh, like how much can you have as capital to be able to make
Yes,
$20?
yes.
Okay, on a medium risk or low risk?
On a medium.
On a medium risk, it should be $10,000. Then on a low risk, can have $20,000. That means you're trading with about 10% of your money. Because of now, this is 2,500, which is about 2.5%. Yeah, of $10,000. I think. Am I right? No, it's 25%. It's 25%, which is medium. So if it's $20,000, then it could be like about they would be like how much in percentage now? It would be lesser. It will be about 10% of your capital you're using to place the trade. And you most likely gain almost double on $10,000. If it's on 20,000, then you gain more than 50%
it's
of
25%.
a return. Sorry?
I think it's 25% for $10,000.
Yeah, about 75% profit return.
25%. If it's on $10,000.
Yeah, it's 25%. Yeah, I know.
25%.
Yeah. While on $20,000 should be like 15% or 13%.
But
of
more,
your capital.
less risk.
Okay, if you want more extremely less risk, that means you have to get bigger one, maybe $30,000 to use it. So that it will much more, you're not trading with maybe 9%, or if it's like, unless if or you have $50,000, you can now use 5% of maximum 5% of your trade. Let me tell you guys truth. I'm on live. In this business, people that have money does not lose. Mark me. Okay, let me make that statement correctly. People that have money with experience, people don't lose. That's why if you Google UK, US company, them every year they report profit. It's only in Nigeria that people report losses.
So why do we report losses in Nigeria?
Because of big guys in Nigeria invest in Ponzi. They don't invest in trading platform. Yeah, so you see that $10 billion in Ponzi closed down. EFTC case on this. $20 billion. You can never see it, $10 billion reporting by any forex broker in Nigeria, like their profit, because people does not invest that money there. Traders in Nigeria invest 200, 500, 1,000, 3,000. But the big investors go into Ponzi in Nigeria. That is the reality. It's as simple as that. Why abroad, big investors invest in the real market. All the money that have lost in Nigerian space, to go check all of them. He said that all the Ponzi, all of them claim that they were into forest. None of them can mention any forest broker they traded that money with. But today, let them point out the broker. They don't have any broker they're trading the money with. So now, there was one that was closed. Now I pleaded with their manager, let us trade for them. They were still like, carrying shoulder up and down, carrying Bible. Then at the end of the day, they close down. I know that this money, if I handle it, you guys will make this money. You're
What do you want to do with Bible?
No, they were, Ponzi scheme is connected to churches in Nigeria now. They are the major pillar. Once you get them, they use their members to run it. I'm into the industry. I know what I have seen with pastors. Yeah, they use them a lot. So now, politicians does not really drive Ponzi scheme. It's church that drive it. Immediately they started having motivational speaker, whatever, and they started pushing. Once you're a church member, they will trust you. They'll give you more money. That's the truth. We know where to get them. But now the sadness is that we know that this money is big to lose. If you put on a good exchange or good broker, this money you're paying them is what I can make maybe in a couple of weeks, and you can be able to return it. Even if you didn't make it on time, you can keep them on hold, but you make sure you end up paying them real money. What can't you bring them? Do you understand? So you're dragging with 10% a month or 5% a month. Now you cannot pay, no problem. You can put it on hold. Let us keep this trade for 3 months. Then you start making profit. Like if you have a good trading account, like Annoying Well, that will never run dry, you keep cashing out from there. I have account I've trading for more than 11 years, the same account. You keep cashing out from then you can keep paying these guys. That's what I was trying to propose to them. But unfortunately, of course, I know the money was not traded on any forex platform. They keep circling the money, until they get tired. And of course, they don't have to run away. Then the church still continue. So that is how it is. So trading, if you have big amount of money, you hardly lose money.
Please, I want to ask questions, sir.
Oh, go ahead, please.
Is it advisable to get this Profam account?
We don't do Profam like that unless if you want it. If you're a beginner looking for capital, you can get them if you have a good one. They are paying. Me, I stopped Profam because of my experience.
Sir, please can you share your experience with us now so we don't fall victim?
One, Profam is not real. It's not real market. Obviously, of course, they're not lying. They said it clearly on the website that what you're trading is a fictitious amount. It's not real. They declare there.
Okay.
Two, I know my friend was buying one. I don't want to mention the name, but they finally won their case in court in the US. So they were buy. He was trading with one. He will buy $100,000 account, and they pay him 12%, and he was making that money. Tell me, the week I joined was the week they closed down. Then he also tell me another one. My boy in Indonesia, in Nigerian can living there, he was my PA then. So he bought a car. I was also doing well in Profam. Told me to. The day I joined was also the day the Profam closed. I mean the same period. They closed with my money. So I said, and you see why I don't want to do all these things. You guys are making money. Immediately I joined now, they now started like misbehaving. So that's why I don't really like to trade on the Profam. Then Alpha Trade set up one. They also closed it down. I bought an account. I discovered that the spread was so high and it was totally against my strategy. I find it difficult to make profit on it. I just leave the Profam. Do you understand? But I'm not saying they're not doing well. That a lot of them are doing well. I can see a lot of people are cashing out on it. So if you don't have capital, you have a good one that is paying you, fine, you can go in. But the risk is that in case you are using a profit that's not big, they may not be able to pay you the compensation because it's not profit. That is compensation. They want to compensate you for the performances because it's not real money. They make it clear. So if they don't have enough money, they won't be able to pay you compensation for your effort that you have made on them. Then if you have an account of $1,000 and you know that that's your last carry, it doesn't make sense using it to go and buy a fictitious account, which they will give you 5% drop down, and obviously may work against you on the spread and increase the spread. Immediately you can have minus 5% and you have lost your 1,000. I would rather ask you to use that 1,000 to grow, and it started growing from there. There's a account I shared with you can yesterday. It was $1,600. Yes, this week we gained $256 from that account. So, and the way we are hitting on oil, I mean, grow that account to maybe 2,500 in a short period of time. So why will I use my 1,000 to go and buy $3,000, which I'm not sure they will allow me use my strategy to trade on it. So it doesn't make sense if you have money. But if you don't have money, you can use Profam.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So,
Okay.
after this trade, are we expecting any other trade coming up in case maybe this trade eventually we exit the trade maybe on Friday or tomorrow?
We're not expecting another trade for now. I said the one we are going on good. When we see another one, we can let you know. I'm sure you guys are making profit.
Oh, yeah, profit is coming. Profit is coming.
Yeah.
Sure.
I know. So we have a trade on gold. And gold, I think we are making profit on gold as well. We are holding gold now. Another trade we have is the one we did on during the Euro US, but it's not really peaking. It has not peaked. We're expecting a drop here. It has not peaked. We also expect, okay, no, this one is mostly invalid. It's mostly going invalid. So that means it's not going to work again. That big temper USD is not going to work. Do you know why? It's already hitting the resistance. So once the analysis hits our resistance, we don't consider it valid again. So this one is still valid. But I'm not trading on them because I don't have portfolio on them. I'm only holding position on gold and oil for now.
Which one is invalid, sir? Which one is invalid?
Bitem pound USD is invalid now because it has hit resistance, so it's about to break support, break the resistance. So when it's broken, it's no more valid for us.
So US and Japanese is valid.
Yeah, it's valid because it is still within the have not even gone our support. So we're expecting a rebound within this point. So this is a zone. 140 is the lowest since 2023. 140. So within this area, which is from here to here, this market will not come down here. It will not come to this point because there's no guarantee. Market wave. It can start the bonding from this point and go up, unless
Okay,
if something happen, it break this
so
particular point.
is it buy or is it
Sell. Sorry,
okay?
buy for a long time. Yeah. We're expecting maybe 151 or 154 as exist. Yeah. Mhm.
That's more than 200 pips.
Yeah, more than that. It's for a long time trend. For a long time, as you can see, it's a long time analysis. If you hit this thread here, it's a long time trend. At least that's 740 pips. Yeah, which takes time to reach. It can't just reach in a day. It can reach in a couple of maybe days, like weeks. But you see, this time is the lowest since 2023. Here it's 2023, it was lowest. So from price action, it's already clear with it's already positioning himself for a potential rising. Because investors will always consider prices to decide whether they will buy or sell, no matter the news. So if you trade on this one, fine, don't bother yourself. We're gonna get you another and trade on. Yeah,
But sir,
I
the
think
US economy is stronger than the UK. Why is he now buying like this? Why is he going up for GBP USD? But currently
you won't say
the
US economy is stronger than the UK. Yeah, there may be other factors that is pushing it up. Economy can be strong. Investors may choose to act otherwise. That's market psychology. Economy can be strong, but investors can choose to act on another thing. So I see that a lot, even in oil, where the news we keep telling you that oil refused to rise despite that this is because investors refuse to act on it. So that may be another thing that's pushing this market up. It could even be market sentiment. Only for you to buy now, before you know what's happening, the market will crash. It happened a lot. Market has grown, the investors are coming to heavily invest. You may see it keep going up. People are logging in, buy. Before you know what's happening, it will crash. I got that insight from a friend from Jordan. He was the owner of Alpha Forest. It has closed down. That was years ago, around 2010. So he told me what liquidity providers who work on exchange does, because they have their platform give them the statistics of volume of traders who are buying and volume of traders who are selling. So he said clearly that when they say that there are more buyers and sellers, liquidity providers, which is market makers, are bound most likely want to manipulate. Why? They want to push more investment to the other side so that they will not pay more. But they're the one providing capital for the good capital market. That was told me that time, and I never forget them. So now that made us to start negotiating a strategy that can help us identify trading volume. And we did it, was able to know the volume of buyers, the volume of sellers. Then on any market. So when we see that there are lesser buyers on certain area, we try to be cautious because people are buying this in so much, it will just like go negative. Because when we are getting profit, people that pay that profit are liquidity providers genuinely. They're the one paying you your profit. The same way, if a broker claims to be a liquidity provider, it means that you're going to pay a profit. So when he doesn't have that profit, he begins to manipulate you because he doesn't want to pay you. But because liquidity provider does not have direct access to you, so it can manipulate you. That's how the market is structured. You don't even know who's the liquidity provider. You can only know who's your broker. But then your broker has a liquidity provider somewhere that provides him liquidity he connected to. Now, if he's sincere, the price you are seeing on his platform is not owned by that broker. It's owned by the liquidity. He's the one that supplies you the buying price and selling price. And he can only change it by himself. And liquidity provider is also regulated by the bigger regulator to make sure that they are not manipulating the market. And that's why I said that a broker giving you bonus, it means that account, liquidity is not seeing it. Because if everybody put $100,000 and they give them 50% bonus each, that means it has added his own $50,000 bonus money to that account, and liquidity will ask for that money. Because liquidity cannot provide liquidity of $50,000 account, while the real money he receives is $100,000. Liquidity won't like to do that. So you always want to make sure you provide liquidity based on how much capital is available to them. That's why you have to be careful with bonus. Most brokers will not put you on the liquidity account, maybe the ECN account where they're giving you bonus, that money may belong to them. Because it will make you make more volume and they have to pay more charges because you already have big money. I think we have even digressed to other things we're not supposed to talk. How do you recognize the volume? It's not something I can show you. It's a different course. It's not even found on the platform here. It's a different course with the different tools we use to know those volume. It's not found on the platform. It's a different course. Those of you that are into advanced learning with us, maybe you can be able to go to that level. We show you those ones, how you can know them. So I think we have running up now. Any question?
Yeah, Mr. Uche, thanks for today. But we really appreciate that if you have a lecture to show us how to identify those volumes, at least we really appreciate.
Who's talking to me? Is it 80?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I will bring some of these guys to come and teach. Some of these things I don't get time to teach them by myself. I don't like mathematics like that. So I will bring them to come and teach it. I show you. But one thing about is that most of these boys now, people at work, they are big boys. They don't even want to teach anybody again.
No, they go teach us. So.
That's the truth. That's the truth. Anybody making money don't have time to teach. Some of them are big brokers, like big fund managers. If I tell you how much they're controlling, you'll be say, wow. So they don't have time to come and be dragging. Now they will ask me definitely, how much are you guys bringing? Who are they? You know, definitely they will always ask. Like the person that taught me that thing is an economist in Nigeria. So that man, I don't want to talk about his status, but he's a big guy. He's a big guy. He's a big guy. He's very big. So that's the thing. So we end it now here. I think I've answered your question both on GFT Ava trading and David. So for those of you that want to scale up, you can have an automated trading account that can help you make more money. And if you also want to go into fund management and stuff like that, we can also help you and work on that and give you the legally accepted area where you can be able to run it smoothly and you won't have a problem. And you know what I mean? Then it's all available to you. There's something I wanted to share before I close. I think it's loading now. Somebody asked me that question. I wish 1 minute to share it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
I think it's somebody that asked a question on GFT on gold hedging. I was trying to share my own page. It was not loading then. It's not also loading.
I'm the one, sir.
Okay. So I'm trying to share my page then. Okay, I want to log in. It's logging me in now. And the GFC has another opportunity on oil that could give about 30 to 40% profit. So any of you that want to participate could participate as soon as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to participate, just about the minimum is $500. It's going on oil.
Okay.
Yeah, $500. You can participate.
Is it on Harvard or on
no, Harvard Trade, Harvard Trade is on technically on Harvard, but if you consider on Harvard, it should be $5,000 minimum.
Okay, $5,000 minimum.
Okay. Yeah. Now look at it.
Sorry.
Look at it here on Harvard. Look at $5,000 minimum. But now the one thing is that on an Harvard Trade is only on CFD to execute. It will not execute on oil futures. Please take note. On CFD to execute and not on oil future. And it's also tied to your leverage, not to their own leverage.
Okay. But this the opportunity you talked about just now.
Yeah, but I told you, market goes up everywhere and comes down everywhere. So it does not matter whether it's but just that mode will be different. So if account is on leverage, there's not their own leverage, it will not have the same performance with their own. And if it's trading only on CFD, it's not executing trade on futures. It will not have the similar performance.
Okay.
Yes, so that's just the thing. Yeah, so now look at what you're asking. Something like here, right? 130. My own dropped. It was, that gold price dropped. If before it was 133,000, it dropped to 130,000 because of the price dropped. Now the price is rising. This one most likely going to rise. So spot market does not rise as frequent as derivative.
Okay.
Because derivative rise on margin. So single movement count, while on spot a kind of a rises based on badges.
Okay.
Yeah. So that might be the reason. So as it's rising now, this one now you may be checking it now. It will start rising again based on the spot price. You can even check it on Google. Try to know the price on spot, because like I told you several times, spot controls derivative.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Mr. Uche, this account, 2 months ago, the account was like around 40 something K. What happened?
I got
You
more
did-
money into it.
I thought you did magic and you get a lot of profit.
No. I got more money into it. Didn't you see how I keep promoting them? So I have a lot of business meeting deals. I talk with people. So me too, I added my own money. This is my own money. It's not people's money, but I added more. Like I have a lot of my friends I'm bringing into the system. The message is simple. I tell them, if you want a company that will trade for you, put it here. Let them trade for you. That's just simple message. No drama. They put it and trade. If you want to trade for yourself, you don't need them. Simple. It's just as simple as that.
So if I want to trade for somebody now, or I want to get people that will make money, I can as well do the same.
Yeah, if you want to be a hedge fund, but okay, an independent hedge fund, I don't know if Nigerian law allow it, but
I don't live in Nigeria.
you don't live in Nigeria. So the country where you are, if it's allowed to work to have independent hedge fund or portfolio manager, fine, you can still, but you may just start on the low key with your friends, but make sure you have a contract with them and make sure you are sincere. Don't promise them what is not available and don't give them any guarantee. So make sure any profit is real. And if you have a loss, you can also declare the loss to them. There's a way you can do it. If you want to, if it's within their control, fine. So you can put it in their own account, and they're training, but just that, bear one thing in mind, they will run away after a couple of time because their emotion won't allow them. Once they keep seeing it and see loss, they may call you by 2 a.m. say, please close now, close. I don't want again. Yeah. And you end up losing them. That's one thing. So if you don't want them to be traumatized, you can work with companies. It can work with companies where they don't have to see those trade. You see, all these big companies, people invest their money. They have a platform like this, but they don't have. Some of them have platform like show chat, but they don't show it to the investors because investors will be traumatized seeing those reactions. Do you understand? So now, another way you can do it is now to register your company. Within the law of where you are, you can register the company. Maybe a portfolio management company is easy to register. You can register it as a private company, and you disclose who's gonna be your investors. So if it's private company and high net worth individuals, you may not need strong regulation because you're meeting only high net worth individuals. But if you say you're going to target everybody, the public, you need strong regulation. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I got it.
Then, but the easiest way to start is to start working with another company. You can partner with a company. Maybe, I think GFT ever has partnership. If you partner with them, they now be the one managing your portfolio, or you may even be the one managing your client portfolio under them. So now it will be easier. You're under them now, but because of how this business work, if you're a portfolio manager based on regulated standard though, you don't need to be a regulator before you do that. A trader, a client don't need to know that a client don't need to know that you are their trader. Yeah, it's not even allowed in the capital market at all. Your friend you don't need to, if you're bringing your friend to the capital market, you must not be your friend portfolio manager or account manager. Somebody else that is not a friend to him or her will be the person. One, that is even an offense. That's a offense. Once they discover it, they penalize you in case you are regulated yourself. That you're trading for your wife, your friend, your children. No. That is common with all, but on a regulatory structure, it's not allowed. It's like when you're bringing a company to buy a share and you're the manager of that share company. It's a problem. So you must bring them to buy another share that you don't have anything to do with. Yeah. So now, if you're under a company, it can be able to manage those portfolio under them. Yeah.
I think you're actually right with what you said. That's the rule, but in practice, it's not all that easy.
Yeah, it's not that easy. Yeah, but it can also find a way to navigate it. My friends who come to me for trading, they know that I don't trade for people. Once they come and say, as long as you're my friend, I'm not trading for you. Put it here. If they ask me why, I say, because if you're making profit, you're praising me, take that I am the magic behind it. And when I'm losing now, you also be taking that I'm the one. And if you see me in a church, in a pub, in any place, you will not see me as friend. What comes to your mind is that loss that you had. Yeah, that loss you had with me. So go and look for somebody else that will do it for you, that can give you guideline. It's as simple as that. So, or you just put it on this broker so that you know that your profit is coming from, it's not coming from my magic.
Yes, better.
Yeah. That's what I used to tell them. And that's why I don't trade for individuals. I can only connect to company and work with them so that everything will be very much transparent.
Yeah.
So it's easy that way to work with. Like if you work with GFT, it could make some commission from them. Another thing I want to say, that before I forget, it skipped my mind, is that if your friend is working on AvaTrade, your friends have a broker on CFD, the only thing that your investment is only limited to CFD investment only. But it's good if you want to be a financial expert or an investment banker. Investment banker is easy. You may not even need an license. You can be able to navigate to other markets with the same money so that you don't have to put every money on a leverage product. But the same product, they can put it on future and spot and put some of them on the CFD so that they can now be able to navigate. At the end of the year, you may see that you're making profit on almost 3 areas and also manage their risk properly. Then you'll be happy and them too will be happy. That's the limitation. If you're an investment manager and you're using only one market structure, it has a lot of risk. That's why GFT is one of the best company you can work with, because of they navigate into a lot of into other market. Okay, so now it's 1 hour 30 minutes. So we now have to go now. So you guys have a very wonderful day. For those of you that okay, somebody sent me a message here, so I'm so sorry. Let me read the message. He said, I would like to trade minimum 200,000 of fund management. I don't know who you want to trade minimum fund. I don't know who this person is.
Someone.
How this question come to be? You want to trade minimum 500,000. Is it your own money or somebody wants someone to give you $200,000 to trade on fund manager?
Fund management.
You want someone to give you money?
Yes, for fund management.
Okay, go and meet the
Maybe
person.
immediate profile, maybe it's profile. Maybe you need to open profile account now.
Okay, maybe you go and get a profile now. If you have a friend that wants to give you the money, fine. Then your friend can give you the money.
Okay.
Okay, so do have a wonderful working day, all of you. I'm currently in the office, so let me continue with other activities. So I'll give you guys update on other market conditions on the chat. And